Gibbo presents.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by a Jamaican-born and New York-raised reggae dancehall artist who is looking to build on the success he had in 2014 and really make history this year. It is Kranium. Kranium, how are you?
Doing good, man. You know, early in the morning, but I'm here.
It would be wrong if I didn't start by congratulating you on signing the deal with Atlantic Records. I have to say, I was really pleased for you when I heard the news. It really is a significant achievement and demonstrates just how hard you and the team have been working and how effective you've been in building up your following in a relatively short space of time. How long were you in negotiations with Atlantic for discussing the deal?
I'd probably say like 7 months. Yeah, probably 7 months, yeah.
And did they reach out to you, or did you approach them and or other major labels?
Yeah, what happened is they reached out to us and other labels that reached out to us. I think Rock Nation reached out to us, just to name a few. Republic reached out to us, Virgin Records reached out to us. A couple of them will reach out to us, but you know, we just take our time. It wasn't no rush. We take time to see what was more, you know, comfortable for us and what we think would work for us, and Atlantic was it, yeah.
So that must have turned out well for you. Was there a bit of a bidding war?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a deal, you know, that comes apart, but you know, I'm not going to discuss that. But yeah, everything worked out right, man. Everything good.
Did you consider staying independent, or did you feel that signing to a major label was the right move and something that you had to do at this point in time?
I wouldn't say it's something I had to do, definitely not. I would not say that. But at the end of the day, I think everybody wants what's best for their career. Everybody walking around about this independent thing. It's good to be independent. I salute you. If you feel like you have everything to do that way, you can do it that way. I'm not saying I didn't have it to do it that way, but I just felt like for reggae music, I think we need more artists and majors to actually give other people hope about it. You know what I mean? Because I see Shaggy, I see Sean Paul and Major, and I see what they accomplished. Not saying that the independent can accomplish it, can Macklemore, but I just felt like for me personally, I feel like, yeah, Major was right. The deal was right. Everything was right. Was doing pretty good, but I just felt like we needed to cross that barrier.
As far as you're concerned, what are the benefits of this deal? What does it allow you to do that you wouldn't have been able to do as an independent artist?
I wouldn't. Good question. I feel like the deal is just that it opens more door for you. You know what I mean? And you have to understand, majors are people who have been in this for years. You know what I mean? And I've seen it for myself where we took a record to a certain point, but that extra, the other side that you personally cannot get it to, if you get what I'm trying to say. So for me, it was more like we did everything we could do this track. We felt like the song could have been way bigger. We just felt like we needed that extra machine, because the machine is everything, you know. We needed that machine behind the project, and that's how our label will actually become that machine. So that's all we needed. We just needed an outlet, and this is our outlet.
Will Nobody Has to Know be re-released?
Yeah, it's definitely will be released and everything. I think video shoot over back and all that, yeah.
And there's an album on the way as well, I'm guessing?
Yeah, definitely we're going to do an album. We're actually currently working on the EP, you know what I mean? For now, we haven't sit yet, you know, the deal is fresh. We haven't sit and spoke to them about every release date and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure about when it's going to be released or anything like that. But I can say that you know, I'm continuing recording, and we supposed to have a proper good album to drop, our EP, when it does decide to drop.
So is it a 1-album deal you've signed with Atlantic?
No, actually it's a 3-album deal. Yeah, 3 album.
Have they indicated, or do you think that they'll want to change your sound at all?
Nah, not gonna happen. You know, because at the end of the day, the thing is that we know like I personally pay attention, and the team too, but I personally pay attention to everybody that ever got signed and what they really. When a label sign it, they sign it because of your sound and that's what draw them, is the same thing that you have to stick to. You know what I mean? Because you cannot, just because you get signed, you're gonna try to sound like I'm gonna start singing like a Chris Brown or a Usher or a Trey Songz. You know, they didn't sign me for that. They signed me because of the fact that you're different. You know what I mean? And reggae is different from their genre. So I would not try to be like them when, you know what I mean? I don't want to compete against that. You know what I mean? I want to be myself and know, say, yo, this is my style, this is how I'm going to do it. And all I need is you to give me that guidance, you know, show us the way, and that's pretty much it.
So did you and the team make a point of that during negotiations? This is my style, this is what's been successful for me so far, this is what I feel I need to stick to?
Yeah, most definitely. And they were supportive of that. They didn't say, yo, man, I think you need to start singing with no more wagwans, or I think you need to say thus far and stuff like that. They didn't, not at all. They felt like this style was dope, and what amazed them was the fact that we took that song so far by ourselves independently. You know what I mean? So they already know that if we did it by themselves, and it's just like that, there was nothing to it, raunchy, authentic as possible. So yeah, they fully support that.
We of course know that Drake is a fan of your music, so now that you've got that major label backing, what's the chances we see an official collaboration between Kranium and Drake?
I mean, anything is possible, you know. I never get a chance to actually reach out to him, you know. I send shout out to that friend that's close to him, and we send, you know, we send love, you know. I mean, we show love, nothing but love. But at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens, and I'm not focused on saying, yo, I definitely need a collaboration with Drake. I'll more put that if it happens, it happens, and I'll be very, very, very appreciative of it.
He didn't just listen to Nobody Has to Know or say he liked it, he actually sang it on stage, so that just shows how highly he must rate it as a song. What was the first thing that you thought when you saw that video?
Man, I was in St. Martin. We had a show that night, man, and I felt great, man. You know, it was a great feeling. Just know that Drake is a superstar, you know, and for him to actually like your music is good, and it just shows how widely reggae is, man, and how they really pay attention to reggae. Because you have to must be paying attention for you to even know the song, even to know the words, to actually go on stage and sing it. You know, and I feel like that song means something personal to him still. Like, you know, that song that touched you know, so I feel good, man, and it's a good feeling.
Are there any artists or producers from any genre who you'd like to work with now that you have that extra financial backing that a major label provides?
Let me see. I personally don't really have a specific producer that I love to work with. I'll work with any producer to be exact, but I don't have that one specific and say, yo, I have to work with him. Because I feel like when you have a chemistry with a certain producer, you don't try to change that, you know. If it happens that you get a beat from a different producer and you like it and you work with it and it does work, it's fine. But I feel like chemistry in music is everything, and I have that chemistry with LMR a lot, man. You know, we did Lifestyle, we did Nobody Else Know, we have a lot of other tracks, you know, Ricky Blaze too, shout out to Ricky Blaze, and shout out to Ranch, Shaggy's. And what I like to work with as an artist that I would say I would definitely love to work with Rihanna. I'm a huge fan of Rihanna. I'm a huge fan of what else I would say, just to make it to be Drake, of course. I would definitely work with Drake too if opportunity allows me to. Yeah.
One artist who you have worked with who features on the remix of Lifestyle is Troy Ave. Who reached out to who? Did you ask him to jump on the remix, or did he get in contact with you?
Actually, I'm a good friend with Troy Ave. One of Troy Ave team members, a very, very, very close friend of mine. We live not too far from each other, you know. He always remember like, yo, you dope, you know. But even before I got the big break, you know, we always been cool. And when that song came out, he called me and said, yo, Troy Ave love the song. And I was like, yeah, so. You know, I'm telling me it's Troy Ave, like, sounds good. What can be a remix, man? You know, it's Brooklyn, this is Queens, you know. Let's do this, you know, across barriers, and then that's how the idea came together. And his barber actually called me also and said, yo, his barber, it's crazy. His barber is a good friend of mine to come like, yo, Troy Ave, like the record, let's do it. I was like, all right, cool. And that's what really make it happen.
Were you in the studio when he recorded his verse?
No, I wasn't in the studio. I think I was away. I think I was in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. And we sent over the van. From your BSB, I was like, okay, we good. It's done.
He name checks Jacure in his verse, so it's obvious he's not a total stranger to reggae. Does he keep up to date with things going on in the reggae world?
You know, I never really had a conversation with him about that, but you know what I mean, end of the day, this is New York City, and New York City is widely spread of reggae music. You know? We hear reggae everywhere. It's like we in Jamaica still. New York is no different from any Caribbean island because it's very mixture of if anybody been to New York know that New York is one of the places where it's very cultured. Like this culture, the everywhere, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Spanish, the whole Caribbean, you know what I mean? So it's played every day. So I'm pretty sure that every club him go hear some brand new reggae.
I think there's a few similarities between you and Troy Ave. You're both based in New York, as you said. You've both got a good work ethic, and you've both built up large followings from the street upwards without a major label backing for you up to this point anyway. Would you agree that there's similarities between you two?
Yeah, I'll definitely say that. I'll definitely say that. You know what I mean? Because he's a Brooklyn youth and he works hard, and I'm here in Queens and I've been doing this for a while. I'm pretty sure he's been doing this for a while. Everything takes time. We take our time, Billy. It wasn't no rush. The thing with me is personally, I just felt like I was never panic. I don't get panic. You know, I never get panic, man. I don't care what nobody say. Yo, Kranium, you know, at the time when nobody else no come out, there was like, yo, only one song. I was like, yep. But watch that one song make me tour. You know what I mean? So I never panic. I just know I know what I had, and I know what I am. I know what I have, and I just take my time and just kill it.
Just one more thing before I let you go. You posted a photo on Instagram recently, and the caption you wrote to go with it caught my attention. It read, "Sometimes I want to just pull off the switch, but you can't. Because if you go outside, you have to give people your all. You can't say, oh, you know what, I'm not feeling good today." No. Yeah. No one's trying to hear that. When a woman comes up to you and says, hey, I'm a fan, can I have a picture? You can't say no.
Yeah.
Do you have moments when you wish you didn't have the fame, commitments, and workload that you do, and that you just wish you were working a regular 9 to 5?
Well, most definitely, you know, it's overwhelming at times to deal with people, man, because people are crazy, man. You know what I mean? You have some crazy people out there, man, that don't understand nothing. So no matter what you say to them, if you're in Best, for example, I was in Best Buy just yesterday, and I'm in the line, and this lady's across. She's like picking out an item, and she's like, come here. And I was like, I'm in the line, like, come on. You see me? I say, I don't want to leave them to come back. I don't want that problem. And she's like, come here. You know? And I was like, cool. And then I realized her face just changed, and I mean, I had to step out the line, because next thing you're gonna say, yo, him hype or something like that. You know, it's very difficult at times, man. And I wouldn't say I don't wish I didn't have the fame, because at the end of the day, I feel in my family this way. And if it was the music, man, I don't know what I'd be doing. So I really appreciate the success of praying for years of what I want, and then actually, and I'm on the right path of doing so. So I would definitely say sometimes it's very overwhelming, man. But as I said in the thing, man, it's a part of your work. You can't turn off. You know, you have to just continue to do what you have to do. Yeah.
Many people would consider your rise to fame over the last couple of years as fairly quick, but it wasn't nearly as rapid as Gully Bops, who recently went from unknown to worldwide dancehall celebrity in literally under a month.
Yeah.
What do you think of his story? Do you wish you could have bust this quickly, or do you think that gaining overnight fame isn't necessarily a positive thing?
This is how I look at it. When it's your time, it's your time. You can't, what's the word? You cannot tell when it's gonna happen. It's just happen when it happens. I wouldn't say I wish I bust overnight. I'm not gonna say that, but I can say this. You have time enough. Like, yo, when is it? You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure he wanted that break since '92, as he said. I watched his interview, and I love his story, man. You know, he's a youth from in the ghetto, and I'm just a DJ for years, and I try and finally get the chance to actually become overnight. You know what I mean? So I guess over that 40 years that he's been trying, or 30 years that he's been trying, now that happened. All success to him. And I like the man, man. I think people just need to leave the man alone. I just personally feel like, listen, man, the man is an entertainer. Very entertaining. Whether people think him crazy or not, he's mad, is this and that. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure if you put him on a stage in front of you, he's going to entertain you. That's what we want to do. So I like the guy, man. I think he's dope, man. I fully back Gully Bop, fully.
Kranium, once again, congratulations on signing the deal with Atlantic Records, and thanks for taking time to chat once again.
Peace, respect, man. Early morning. Go drink some tea now. Later.
Gibbo.